Jai Sri Krishna. I have been talking on the yoga session of Panchanga. There are 27 yogas in Panchanga. First, Viskumbha Yoga, I have already made a video in label 1. This is for day-to-day life use and the result of birth. How we can change the effect of yoga. Some remedies are explained. So today, I'm going to talk to you or be informative on second yoga, which is Preeti Yoga. Preeti Yoga is second yoga, and I'm going to explain why it is important, what is the life of people who are born on Preeti Yoga, and what are the results of the event and incidents that we initiate or that we start on the day when the cosmos is performing Preeti Yoga. So before I start, I would like to pray my Aradhya. Welcome back. The second yoga is Preeti Yoga. Mostly in my first video, a lot of comment I received. What is yoga in Panchanga? Yoga is very much important. Technical part is there. We have some mathematical calculation how to figure out which yoga is operating at this stage. So normally we have 27 yoga. And the yoga is the ether element. Ether element is like the vacuum space where the things can go there and then cover up all the results, cover up all the areas and empty spaces. So in our body, when we inhale the oxygen, exhale carbon dioxide, during this process, there comes some sort of gap, and that gap is being covered by air element. So this air element, or let's say the ether element in yoga, is the totalities of how we feel after performing certain activities. Let's say you bought a house, you took a loan, you took some cheap enough money, or you have some properties and you bought a house on particular yoga. All the activities, when you enter or when you live in the house, the feeling you have is the result of yoga. If you perform certain activities during the auspicious time of yoga, the feelings are very auspicious. If the activities are performed during the time when the cosmos was performing inauspicious yoga, the outcome realization is not auspicious. You feel sad. You will not feel satisfied, happy enough, and you start to make another plan that I am not happy. I don't want to be in this particular house, or I don't like this particular object or things that you actioned or that you did when certain sort of yoga was on the cosmos. So Preeti Yoga by classics of Hindu, it is taken as very auspicious yoga. Preeti Yoga is auspicious because the literal meaning of Preeti means very, very lovable, joyous, and fondness. The meaning of Preeti literally telling you it is very good yoga. But in classics, no yoga is perfectly good and no yoga is perfectly bad. It is the ultimate use of the daily activities or the life, how we want to use that energy. Likewise, the fire is there, but it is your choice what you want to make. But the outcome is differently realized. So Preeti Yoga is auspicious for many activities like business, marriage, investment, and all the things, because this is the yoga of connection. The yoga of connection means when the Preeti Yoga is performing on the cosmos, you are stuck somewhere. You have nobody to help you. If you try to venture on the day when the cosmos is performing Preeti Yoga, you will find someone to help you. This is beautiful because you are looking for someone to get help, and if you opt on the day when the Preeti Yoga is on the cosmos, you will definitely find someone to help you. You will be able to make friendship, connection, and a good team if you start anything during the day of Preeti Yoga. So it is the yoga of connection. If you are lost in connection, it is the day of Preeti Yoga. If you make connection, you will be able to find someone to help you out, to figure the problem out all the way. And this yoga also taken as auspicious because if this yoga is on the cosmos, normally people wants to do a lot of good thing in life. They are normally not depressed, or their mental state is not going under so much of pressure, or their attributes or feeling and sentiments in the cosmos gets very lovable, joyable, a lot of fondness, cheerness in the smile, or happiness in the body is available. That's why this yoga is auspicious, and beauty it has in its yoga during it is going on. It is the yoga of relationship or the connection. If you start anything on this yoga, or if you make a travel on this yoga, you start to collect or gather a lot of informations. Your mentality or the mindset will be to collect the information. So to start some sort of journey or travel which is informatory, or which is you have to collect a lot of archaeological data or communicative data or communicative reportings, this yoga is very much useful. So this is the yoga of connection. When you go ahead, then you will try to figure out the most important person in the town, who is the most valuable thing in the market, or the number one you have the choice to make. So this yoga is informatory in the session. It will provide a lot of information in life. You will collect information, gather information, or probably you will start to provide a lot of data analysis or data summarizing, or trying to figure out the summary from a lot of data. That's why those people who are working on data mining, data collection, data analysis, these people are very much fruitful, or those people are very much successive in their benches, successful in their activities when they start the job on the day when the cosmos is performing Preeti Yoga. So this yoga is very much important, but we have to be very, very careful. When one level of ecstasy is achieved, Preeti Yoga stops working. Suppose you are going to start a data analysis, collect the information on particular venture. You meet with the person that provided the data. After you receive the data, the person who is provider, who is the giver, will be useless to you. He will not come back to you, or you will not be able to contact back to him, because the job is done, the venture is finished, the relation is over. Once the job is done, things are done. There will no longer be any connection. That's why you start to feel that boy or that person used to listen to me very nicely before. Why this person is not picking up my phone now? Because you started the task on Preeti Yoga, later on the relationship is over. So this is very auspicious, but it has some limitation. What is the life of people who are born on Preeti Yoga? Preeti Yoga is second yoga. So the people who are born on this yoga are lucky. In this particular time when the mass migration is happening around the world, this is also lucky because people who are born on Preeti Yoga, their grandfather may be trying to move out of their birthplace and will have a lot of property but won't be able to sell or use its maximum and have to live there and migrate to some new places. This is the first region in the family where Preeti Yoga people are born. Second region is the property related incidents, or the property is not fully utilized because the government took it, some bad guy took it, and in this life in the family there will be the birth of Preeti Yoga people. Since their birth, father starts or the family starts to accumulate a lot of wealth. First, they may have migration, maybe interstate migration or international migration can happen if the child in the family is born with Preeti Yoga. I have seen this, and in life of Preeti Yoga people, the family members will come from astrological background. Their parents can be working in astrological work, let's say temple work, or let's say the work related to gods. Their family members must be working the activities related to God, worshipping, preaching, or public speaker. Can be the resource manager like accountants. Can be the engineers who settle up the colonies and the areas. Can be the some of the family members can be the doctors who provide medication to the community people. And some of them may be the teacher who work for the community to educate the community. That's why the people born on this yoga are lucky by relationship, because all their parents or all the family members somehow get into connection. Either way, where people go for faith, education, a doctor life, or some sort of basic needs of life, and thus the person who is born on Preeti Yoga will also make some connection. Friendship circle, big friendship circle, maybe VIP, BVIP, Prime Minister, Judge of the district, or Inspector, DSP of the districts. They automatically come into connection because of the family background. They are working in those fields. And in the people who are born in Preeti Yoga, somebody will leave the house in young age, about 20 to 30, or they may have somebody gone in early life in the family. Father may have dispute with sister in terms of property or some financial transaction they made. Father and the father's sisters, brother and sisters together, they are very hard. Father has to take care of his sisters for marriage and other financial activities. They either be very close or live in the same family as well. That's why the kid get birth on Preeti Yoga. And since the Preeti Yoga child is born, father starts to move around, get connection, and do some banking activities, financing activities, or some sort of activities related to finance. It is also commonly seen in the family, particularly the person who is with Preeti Yoga born. Their maternal side has, or the maternal uncle would marry twice or may have double marriage, may have property related issue. Property is stuck in some financial institution or mortgage related issue. Somebody from the maternal family side will be away from the family, maybe overseas or not in contact for a long time. This is somehow a bit dark side of this yoga. May have some skin related issue or psychological related issue in the maternal family side. So the mother will be impacted due to those effects. Mother will be very much emotionally behaving for the people who are born on Preeti Yoga. But the person who is born on Preeti Yoga, they will have a lot of connections. Connection of friends, relatives, villagers or workmates. They all come into contact to this person, and they persons are very much reliable to the friends and relative circles of this yoga born people. Mostly I have seen the person who is born on this yoga, they have some sort of marital issues. If marriage happens, the spouse, two parents will not be coming, or two parents will, one of them will be missing in the marriage ceremony day. Either will be overseas and stuck or not in the family. So one of the parent or one of the spouse will not be available to bless the person who is born on Preeti Yoga. So spouse, one partner, suppose male is born in Preeti Yoga, the wife of these males, both parents may not be together, staying away, or there may be some quarrel between parents, or one parent is passed away early before this person get married, or will be away in some foreign land, and due to some reason he won't be able to turn up to provide blessings. This is the dark side of Preeti Yoga. So in this yoga, money is not a problem, but the family issue is a lot. There is the family property dispute is going in the family. Father and father's siblings are fighting for property related matter. Either father will have to give up all the property to uncles, or uncle will leave the property by going away from the family. This is the basic propositions to get birth on Preeti Yoga. So many a times people ask me, is this good muhurta for marriage? Obviously we have to check how the day yoga is performing. If the yoga is being supported by Bara, the day, and the constellation, nakshetra. If nakshatra and Bara doesn't support to yoga, it is worst. Preeti Yoga is generally of yoga of connection, and the connection is maintained by Mercury. If the Mercury is not under support, like if it is not day Monday, if it is not Wednesday, and if it is not Friday, then it is not favorable to get married on Preeti Yoga. Preeti Yoga on Sunday is also good, but there may come some sort of ego issues. But if you want to join the government office on Sunday, that's fantastic. You will get some sort of medal if you join on Preeti Yoga on Sunday. Preeti Yoga on Tuesday is the worst combination. If you are born on Preeti Yoga on Tuesday, you can comment on my video. So Investment is also same. Preeti Yoga investment is very good. It will take you to the final destination. Then you have to have second business ultimately. You have to either branch the profession or you have to open up the second branch, because the first branch has reached to the saturation point. All the desire or all the targets are met, then you have to change the profession. You have to add on the profession or you have to mixture the profession. Then only it will be working again. If you are going to get the chair, I obviously said you, do not take oath or some sort of blessings or some chair or coronation during the Preeti Yoga if it is on Saturday, it is on Tuesday, because it is very heavy energy. The person who is getting coronated may not be able to handle it for the disputes, arguments, or pulling the person down of the chair. There will be suddenly backbiting starting the day someone got coronated, when the Preeti Yoga is operating on Tuesday and Saturday. Saturday may give you defamation sure shot if you are born on Preeti Yoga on Saturday. And if it is the constellation of Saturn as well, please come to my channel and you can comment on it. How your life been, your name, your personality, your birth certificates, your driving license, they all come under challenge. So these are some basic part I told you. Apart from this, when we are judging the yogas, the yoga has to be judged on the basis of their transit. If you are judging the yoga of Preeti Yoga, we have to be very, very careful to judge at least one planet, that is Mercury. If Mercury is in enemy sign, debilitated, or in some sort of challenge, then this Preeti Yoga or any activities performed on Preeti Yoga will be somehow turning into loss, or you fail to reach the outcome, or you feel very sad with the outcome you achieved. This is the ultimate reason of Preeti Yoga. So when you do some sort of activities during Preeti Yoga, one thing will come in, another thing will go out. Suppose you perform marriage on Preeti Yoga, as soon as the person gets in house, some other person, maybe sibling, may go out of house, or the person who is living overseas may come in home. So if you are working on any activities on Preeti Yoga, it is very important to maintain the relationship with siblings. This is the yoga of siblings, property, relation, communication. So if these activities are nicely operated, then the results are 100%. If you have been married on the day of Preeti Yoga, if your birth is Preeti Yoga, or if you have started a business on Preeti Yoga, or traveled any places on Preeti Yoga, and if you have some sort of experiences I explained to you, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment on my channel, so that if you have any more question, I will explain it on level 2, level 3, level 4, and I will give you some more remedies. Suppose Preeti Yoga you are born and the Mercury is in ascendant, it will be always the challenge to grow your personality. Your name will be defamed many a time. People will try to give you false allegations, For this reason, as much as your weight is, try to donate that much of flower in the temple on your birthday or when the Preeti Yoga is running. It will help you to get those defamations in life or your bad name in this regards, because Preeti Yoga, the Lord is on your head, ascendant side. In this way, in my next video, I will try to explain what remedies can be done when Mercury is 2nd to 12th house. If you have tried it, for now, keep watching me. Jai Shri Krishna.